Hey guys, this is Ruben. This is my presentation for the puzzle game assignment. My game is called Forest Hunter, and I really hope you guys enjoy the presentation. So first of all, here's some background story information for the game. Basically, this is the main argument of the game, and it reads as follows. You are a great warrior from the Leaf Village. Your people is connected to the forest, and it's their home, but it's menaced by creatures of the dark, sorry, and they scare kids, raid crops, and steal farmers' animals in the middle of the night. So basically, your people is in terror and tormented by these creatures, and you've set yourself to go into the woods and exterminate every last one of these monsters so they won't bother your village again. Equipped only with a sword, a bow, and some spells taught by the village wizard, you venture into the forest carefully to save your people once and for all. So this is the main story of the game. Um, it's not really told very directly, but it gives you a brief introduction at the beginning of the game. So Forest Hunter is a puzzle game in which players are tasked to guess the combination of actions they have to follow to beat the level. Players can use the sword, bow, or cast a spell, or step back. There's a fourth option, and each item eliminates a different enemy. Items can be used just once, with the exception of stepping back. Game is won by clearing all levels, and each level has its own combination of actions players needs to kill all monsters. So basically, this game is all about getting into the level with a different combination of monsters. For example, you may find out with two trolls and one golem, and you have to see which items you have to use to beat the level. You can only use items once. Like for example, if I use the bow to kill the trolls, I can't use the bow again. And you also may have found traps in the floor. Those are the green leaf on the left corner, and if enemies step on it, they fall into a pit and die. And if you use your three moves, and if you use the three moves and you end up stepping on a trap, you also die. So that's another way of losing by stepping on a trap by the end of your moves and dying. So overall, the winning condition is defeat all the monsters in the levels. Some of the challenges are that you have limitation of actions and limitation of items. And the losing condition is running out of actions without clearing the level. So like I said, you only have three moves to use three items or two items and one action, or however you want to report it. That's up to the level and to see which combination of actions you have to follow to clear it. But if you run out of actions without clearing the level, not defeating all monsters, then you lose. I think the genre of the game is puzzle game with action and fantasy because the fact that you're fighting monsters gives it a little bit of tension and action, and fantasy because we're obviously facing mythological creatures. Uh, and this is the game window of the game. You can see on the right corner, upper right corner, that we have the level indicator, the move counter, and the pause menu. In the pause menu, you can find the level select, options menu, the ask for clue, and exit buttons, each one with its own uh, actions. But I'm going to explain a little bit how the game works. Basically, you start the level and you see that there are two monsters in front of you. In this case, a pack of three trolls and a golem. So this level is very simple to win. At this point, we already know that the bow kills the trolls and the sword kills the golem. So we just have to choose the bow and then the sword, and we will end up with one move left, and we will be clearing the level by defeating all monsters. So, like I said, very simple level. But in this case, for example, you have two golems. So you immediately make an assumption that you can use the sword and kill the first one, and you do that. You use the sword and kill the first one. But there's another golem in the back, and you can't use the sword again to kill that one. And we already know that the bow and the spell are ineffective on golems, so what to do? Well, there's a trap on the floor, as you can see, and if you step back, um, you will end up behind the trap, and then the golem is going to follow you and fell into the pit that it's on the trap and die. So that's how you beat the level. You use the sword to kill the first golem, and then you step back to move behind the trap and kill the second golem with the trap. And so this is the level selection map. Well, not really. This is just a combination of options and levels I came up with to playtest. So basically, I set up these combinations, and on a notebook I wrote the steps I took to beat all of these 5 levels. Um, I found that all of these levels are uh, you can win them. So I'm gonna leave this page for you guys to do your own playtest. Just use this page after tutorial to see what monsters are in the level and what traps are in the level, and you have to write the moves, the actions you made to clear the level. Remember, you could use the sword, bow, spell, and step back, and you can do 3 actions from those 4, and you can only use the sword, bow, and the spell once. However, you can step back as many as you want. For example, I can step back the 3 times my 3 moves if I want to. And so with all that information, I'm gonna leave this to you guys. Do your own playtest, and I really hope you enjoy the game and you enjoy the presentation. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next assignment. Have a nice day.